this first. All right, good morning, everybody. Hopefully everyone can hear me, and I'm not making too much noise with this mic that I'm trying to get used to. All right, check, check, check. Audio check, 1 2 1 2. All right, doesn't matter. Good morning, everybody. I am Darkpool Algo, and we are doing a morning session of, it's Friday. We're going to do a couple other things here. We are going to go through building a watch list. I use FinViz. There's a couple other ways that we can do it, but we'll just use FinViz today because it's free. We're going to go through the small account challenge. I was thinking about it last night, and rather than putting a time frame on it, I feel like if we put a time frame on it, that might cause us to feel rushed, that we need to get to a certain level, and we would be forcing trades at that point. So I'm thinking about maybe just rather than a time level, it would be a price target. So 610 to 63 something and change. Nice round fib numbers. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Good to see chat's working. So let's just jump right into it. I've only got about 29 more minutes. All right, so building a watch list, it's pretty, everybody likes to do theirs differently. I like to use FinViz. I've enlarged this. FinViz is free. It's got some pretty good data. So the first thing that I like to look for is I check the industry. So go to finviz.com, click on screener. You can click on all filters. The first thing I like to do is make sure that we're looking at stocks only. I don't really want to see any options or any price targets for any futures. The next one I look at is whether it's optionable. Make sure optionable is set. And then starting over on the left-hand column, I like to make sure that the price is over $15. I like to make sure that there is a high short float, usually greater than 20%. The price is above the simple moving average 50 period. Price is above the 200 SMA. Average volume is over 500K. And based on those results, I like to really whittle it down a little bit. So we got 9 there. The next one I'd like to put in is if price is above the 20 SMA. And I'm sorry my voice is a little harsh today. I coach my kids soccer, and we had a really great practice yesterday. So I'm hanging in there. All right, so based on those filters that we put in, we came up with 7 tickers. I ranked them in order for volume. This is current volume as well. So we've got Walmart, Tanger Factory Outlets, CLR, GTHX, PLCE, HRTX, and CVNA. Carvana is a really good one. Okay, so once we've got the ticker set, there's a button right here that you can click on TA for technical analysis. What this does is it gives you a nice quick chart overview so that you can further scan through and pick out the ones that you want. So it looks like Walmart's beginning to get to the top of a trendline resistance. SKT is at the bottom of trendline resistance, so it has more upward potential than Walmart. CLR, all of these look pretty decent so far. The only one I'm not super enthused about is MCS. MCS is the only one I'm really not super thrilled about. So once I've done that, as I come over to the flow trade tool, I'll drop those in as a watch list. So CLR, CBNA, SKT, GTHX, HRTX, PLCE, and WMT. One more check. All right. And then going from there, pull up the 15-minute algo chart. I've made some modifications to this. Hopefully it's a little easier to see on streaming. I've changed the dark pool algo to a black line with white, with the white candles. Looking at that now on stream, it looks pretty good as far as being able to see it. All right, we're just going to go ahead and pull up the first one is CLR. So on the 15-minute, sorry, I was super zoomed in. I like to bring it out as far as possible and then slowly bring it into, we get the last 2 weeks of data. So it looks as if though price action is trading with the algo. We've got a recent curling down of, we got a recent curling down of the dark pool algo. We don't have any block trades to speak of. As you can see, there's a slight curling down of the algo here. There may be some divergence forming. I'm going to pop down to the 1-minute chart real quick. So that big circle is the divergence that we had talked about on the 15-minute chart. It looks as if though CLR is being traded with the algo. We've got a little bit of curling here. I'm a little more concerned about with this downslope, but that could just be a divergence setting up. Jumping over to, I'm going to use Trading View. I believe that probably gives the best all right, I got a question mark. You guys can hear me okay, right? Awesome. All right, looking at CLR on the daily. Bring this in a little bit. All right, CLR on the daily. We've got stacked positive moving averages. We have earnings coming up here on May 5th. We have got stacked positive moving averages, as can be seen here. We've got a golden cross on the daily starting to happen on the MACD. So we've got increasing and rising MACD. We've got a golden cross happening on the daily. Looks like we've got a squeeze getting ready to fire using the Squeeze Pro. We are in a value area on RSI. Once this squeeze, this is a great setup, by the way. So once this squeeze fires, we're going to get a greater than expected move. And since the moving averages are stacked positively, we can anticipate that this is going to fire long. I'm going to throw some fibs up on here real quick to see where some anticipated targets may be. Looks like we came up and we hit the 50% retracement. Came back down to find some support. Get rid of this little box here. We may, depending on volume, we may move up. I'm going to go ahead and drop it down to the 4-hour level. What a move yesterday. It's crazy. So anytime you see a giant movement like that, there's got to be a little bit of cooling off. People are going to take profits. You know, if you've ever been in a play like this, you want to try to get your profits taken as close to the top as possible. But what we've done is we have came down, we found support on the 8 EMA, and it looks as if though we're trying to make our next move upwards. So based on these factors, I would look for some additional profit taking, maybe basing at the market open. Intraday Fibonacci is going to let us know that we came down, we hit that 50% retracement. We've got, looks like we've already got positive momentum going forward. So for CLR, I'm looking at a bullish move, any sort of break of the $28 level. I feel we can move up to $29, $30 in that we've got a high short float, we've got stacked positive moving averages, we've got a daily squeeze that's about to fire. We're starting to form this, let me get rid of this guy right here real quick. So we've begun forming the H or the W long pattern. Price comes down, finds support, comes up, tests resistance, comes back down and tests support again for its next move upwards. With that squeeze firing, oh goodness, with that squeeze firing on the daily, stacked positive averages, I'd expect for this to go long. Only thing I haven't found on TradingView yet is an ATR indicator to see what the anticipated daily average move would be. But I like the 29, what we're going to call it, 2950, 3050 level. Alright, moving on to the next one. I also don't know if they have a scratch pad, which really kind of sucks. So I think I'm going to have to just write that one down. I'll be more prepared tomorrow. Or, yeah, over the weekend. So we're going to look at 29.5, 30.5. A break of, call it 27.50 for support. CLR 27.50 support, 29.50, 30.50 price targets. All right, the next one we're going to look at is Carvana. All right, Carvana, the dark pool algo at the end of yesterday was selling pretty hard, as can be seen here with the sloping divergence bearish. Should be this divergence here. Price action is starting to follow it. Looking at Carvana on the 15-minute. We do have that bearish divergence after price action's been trading with the dark pool algo line. We do have some block trades. See if I gotta maybe change this up a little bit. Oh, you know what it is? I've got this stupid thing going here. There we go. All right, so we have some block trade levels for Carvana that we need to pay attention to. We've got one here at the 262.50. That's going to act as a major support level. We've got bearish divergence that just started recently, so this may This may rebound depending on open interest. So 262 is the last block trade level, bearish divergence. Let's go ahead and bring it up on the chart. All right, Carvana on the daily. Looks like we've got earnings coming up on this one as well. Got earnings coming up on May 6th. We've got a daily squeeze that just fired. This, you can anticipate this to last 8 to 10 days. We are increasing on RSI. We are positive MACD and increasing. We've got stacked moving averages. Let me throw some fibs on there real quick. Fibonacci is letting us know that if we were looking at a position, we just broke the 50% retracement. The next resistance would be the 291. However, with the algo selling, we would need to try to find some support. $262.50 is the last dark pool level. What I like to do is just grab horizontal line, find that 262.50 level. Close enough. We can use that as support. So looking at this, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We could consider this a LA wave pattern on the daily. One, two, 2, 3. Fifth wave is complete, so then we may start in a corrective pattern, let's see. So for a run into earnings for Carvana, based on the daily chart, I like the 291 level, 262 for support. Maybe we need to adjust this a little bit. On the 4-hour chart, we've got a squeeze that's getting ready to fire. That'll help us go long. We've got the 200 SMA right at this 275.60 level. If we don't use the 50-period retracement or the 50% retracement as support, I would look to this 200 SMA level at 275.71 currently for support, which would be in line with this little divergence that we've got going on here. This may just be price coming back down to find support after such a move up yesterday. It was a massive move, almost a $15 move. So looking at the 15-minute chart, massive move up. I would expect some profit taking today. If we're going to go intraday, I would use the 34 EMA. So 279 would be support, or 275, which would make sense. So I would look for it to fade in the morning to find support either at the 34 or the 50-period 4-hour moving average for its next move up. If we're going to look at just doing, an intraday trade on this, we've got some Fibonacci extension levels. Fibonacci extension puts it at that 34 EMA for support, so it's 279 support with a 290 target. So, sorry, 279 support, 290, 291 target, taking profit at 285. All right, Carvana. All right, our next one is, I'm going to do Walmart just so I can make sure I get as much in as I can before I run out of time. Walmart's a pretty good name. I don't ever trade it. I've been burned by it too many times. So, all right, Walmart. Massive gap on the 5th from 135 to 138. We don't necessarily have any blocked. We've got a block trade level at 140. Sorry about that. On the 15-minute. This can be seen here. This area is going to provide support resistance. As you can see, it's been consolidating around that 140 level. It's also a psychological level. However, we've got a nice curling up tail on this, on the dark pool algo here. Price is trading with the algo, so I would use the algo as the indicator, or as, you know, kind of a crystal ball, let us know what's going on. Walmart on the 1-minute chart. On the 1-minute algo chart, as you can see, it is just trading with price action. It's kind of hard to see, but this would be considered divergence, where, let's see if I can, oh, gotta get the right color, where price action is heading one direction, and the algo is heading the opposite direction, right? You would think the algo should be pointed down if it was trading with price action. So this is actually divergence. It's just you don't see it because we're currently in this divergence here, right? Waiting for it to play out. So from this level, oh, wrong one. So from this level here, this needs to play out, which I think that's what's happening. You know, price action is coming down to this divergence. The algo is coming up to this divergence. When they meet, they may cross again, right? So what we'd like to see is the algo to cross and pull price action back up. Looking at Walmart on the chart. All right, Walmart's got earnings coming up. One of the first things I look for is earnings. I've been burned too many times by not realizing earnings was coming up and getting Ivy crushed. Walmart's got earnings on the 18th, so 4 weeks away. All right, this looks pretty dang good for Walmart. We've got RSI increasing. We're not oversold yet. We're in a daily squeeze that's fired. It's not going to have as much strength as you can see when the daily squeeze did fire back here in this area. You've got a greater than expected move from that squeeze firing. It's going to be seen here. So positives, we are stacked moving average positive. We had the moving average golden cross, or well, I can't remember what exactly, if it's a death cross or golden cross, but essentially we're using the 200 period SMA as support. We're stacked positive on our EMAs. We are above the 50 SMA. We're increasing and curling on the MACD. Fibonacci is letting us know longer term. We're right at the 618 retracement, another support level. So let's see if I can bring this up. So what you see here is the 200 SMA, the 8 EMA, and the 618 Fibonacci retracement is all providing support right at 139, 139.39, 139.25. You know, I would say support is anywhere from 139.30 to 139.40. Okay. So we came up. All right, let's try this again. Why it's being weird. Having chart problems today. Super laggy. All right, so we have a gap to fill. I just realized that. We've got a gap to fill for Walmart from 140 to 144. We've got a previous high of 147.50. So what I would be looking for on Walmart, if we can maintain support at the 139 or 140 level where we're at pre-market, so 139.30, 140 level for support, I'd be interested, even though I don't like playing Walmart, possibly play Walmart, look for a run from, well, you got a bull flag on the 4 hour. We've got a 4 hour squeeze getting ready to pop. We've got a golden cross MACD getting ready to cross over. Walmart Fibonacci is telling us that we could anticipate that one, it's not that one, it's this one. Oh, Fibonacci extension, previous low, previous high, previous low. 147.50 is my target. A break of 141, and I would look to play to 143 or 144, 145.50, 147. Walmart support 139, 139. 139.50 Walmart support. A break of, for me, a break of 141, and I would look to go long to 143.95, just call it 144, and then 145.5 with a final target at 147. All right, got 3 minutes left. High short float. This is a Wall Street Bets meme stock, SKT, Tanger Factory Outlets. Real quick, we've got, come on. We've got bullish divergence on the 1 minute. Started at the end of yesterday. We would look for the algo to continue buying. If price action can find support at that 1692 level, we'd look for this algo to curl up. If that does curl up, I'd be interested in possibly getting back into this again. It moves so weird. SKT. While that loads, I'm going to pull up the 15-minute chart. All right, SKT on the daily. It's not a bad looking chart. We got a daily squeeze that just fired. We've got positive RSI. We've got positive MACD increasing. We've got earnings coming up on May 5th. Short-term Fibonacci lets us know, going off that guy, that we are at the 618 retracement with an $18 target if we hold support there. Gapped up this morning. Again, remember this is a meme stock. So we gapped up to 1741. What I'd look for is a retrace back down to that 618 support at 1790 or 1695, just call it 17. If we can fade and find support at that $17 level, all of our moving averages are stacked positive. I look for a target at 1810, followed by 1850, followed by 19. All right, that's it for me. Just to reiterate, SKT is a meme stock, high short float. We've got a little bit of bullish divergence happening. We have a block trade level at 1735. If we can maintain support, I would look to get long in SKT. We can maintain support at 17. I would look to get long SKT 18, 19, 20. All right, that's it for me. Everybody have a great day. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and comment if you guys have any tickers you'd like to see. I'm going to start the small account challenge next week, probably on Wednesday. I'll post in Twitter a link to the broker I want to use, as well as target levels. If you're interested, make sure you hit me up on Twitter. And have a great day.